I'd love to talk to someone about it because at the end of the day, I'm Black, Black, proud, and I love it. But I've also lived a life where at times I didn't love it. And not because I necessarily was Black, but just because there was just so much hardship, just back-to-back failure. So it's like now, things can change. And I guess it's more or less me being able to communicate that to other Black folks because it's easy to feel like this is it.
The son of a KKK member. We used to have an active KKK record. And so it was my third week of school. I hit my head on the platform. And I remember just sitting there with my hands covered in my own blood. Just terrified. Hurt so much. And I was just in shock that I was bleeding from my head.
The lady stopped him, and he's like, why are you stopping me? And she just said, because. Now, my husband informed my son, whenever you get stopped by a police officer, as well as myself,
and it wasn't until maybe even last year I was getting a haircut, and my arm and toe was kind of scarred. And I hadn't really thought about how significant that was for me because I stopped playing outside. I just didn't go to recess anymore when I was 8 until.
I'm like, really? My arm's still an officer and I'm still alive? Look at my God. That's a reason to shoot you.
I live in a land where history is the first casualty, where specific voices of past and present still struggle to breathe, where truth is silenced and justice buried alive, where dreams are sold beneath capitalistic white lies. I live in a land that creates a blistering void for its youth to fill. Ask my generation about overdosing on profitable pills. We're programmed to sensationalize weapons of sex and death. We're taught to worship clean green paper bills for basic needs to be met. But the cheap thrills come at a cost, you see, in a land that laments the day away in utter defeat, in a land whose only company is an irregular heartbeat, in a land that pursues in sinking the corporate tax rate, but can't overcome the spewed race class hate it so masterfully exonerates, discharging derogatory slurs to somehow make itself again great, while maxing out credit cards on higher incarceration rates, instead of subsidizing those same boys and girls from the hood who can't afford books, and then dares call out at them, damn hoodlums, bums, degenerates, crooks. I live in a land that tells the bootless to hike up their boots, a land that points its rifles at the southern border, proclaiming for ultimate security, that new world power, same law and order, a land that rounds up the undesired and throws them in cages. The rage in my mind runs through never-ending mazes.
Here, when I came here, the way that I would see people still have this idea as though the slavery is still going on, it was new for me.
Our voice is being heard as a community. It just took so long. It still feels like it hasn't been a change, and I just hope that one day it does happen. But with my group of friends, I found people where I can really express how I feel and not for them just disregard what I'm saying,
Every kid has an imagination. You don't really get something when you grow up. We have to imagine a better world. If not, we keep making
I have a lot of learning to do, and we all have a lot of learning to do.
We have to be anti-racist.
If you believe in something, you have to totally understand what the people who don't believe it in order to fulfill that.
Speak with us the way we speak with everyone. You'll understand it. Honor our uniqueness and allow us to honor you. And I'll happily show up to your festivities with my party dance on. Allow us to be normal.
At first, it is all gold and silver. The bridge is gold at heaven's gates as we sail under to the island of angels, golden summer hills surrounding. The steel towers that we see from Ellis are silver in the sunlight, like the lining of the sea foam carrying us ashore, where it becomes clouds fluffing up and around from below, boasting of the nation from a divine pedestal. All silver and gold, majestic mountains and amber waves and emerald. She guides us into harbor with her raised torchlight, never slowed by the weight of broken shackles. And we are many, our plights are many, our resolve is one. Liberty and opportunity, they promised us until we came to collect. Now we see that there is no God to the colors here. That was only the sun in our eyes. The golden hills are browning, burning, and dead. The sea foam recoils from garbage shores. There is naught but the silver of foil blankets laid out for us in prison cells. The only promise fulfilled is an involuntary liberation from family and friends. No, there is no gold here anymore, but the blue, white, red. We had our revolution there too. The rednecks, the blue lives, the purest of whites, and the brown. Brown like the ground they sleep us in, black and brown like the caked mud from our spilt blood. We are the brown, and we are many. Our plights are many, but our resolve is one. The purest whites live luxurious lives on the spoils of our labor, and when the meager pay is still too much, they send that labor home. Home to the places we flee, home to the places they dragged us from, lured us from with their baubles and God. We have found no freedom here, chained to the guilt of the oppressor, waving our red, white, and blue, but like the blue, white, red, we'll have our revolution here too. We are many, our plights are many, beware our single resolve.
You know? I think the progress will come in when they really hold these officers accountable, or hold these people accountable to the degree that they should be held accountable for taking someone's fucking life, badge or not. There's a system that we were born into. Granted. But there's also power in our actions. It takes a village to raise a child. We are the village. We should not hurt each other. We should make sure we're okay. Let's make community. Every day, let's break bread. Every day, because they hate to see it. Because they know this is what makes us powerful as people, coming together.